The only single time you should be on your phone when you're at the gym is just to track the weights to see if you progressed or not. If you're coming to the gym and you have no plan, then don't wonder why you look the same exact way you used to look 6 months ago or a year ago or whatever. So every single time you come to the gym, you want to make sure that you do better than you did previous time. Now, discipline cannot be taught. It must be lived. It's shown through your actions. Now, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, I just want to talk about how you shouldn't be a slave to your emotions. So, quick frame, I just woke up today, as usual, at 5:45 a.m. I stuck to my morning routine, the journaling, getting in the Word, praying, meditating, and then just doing my first work block. But my mind was just keep negotiating with myself. Should I go to the gym or not? Because my throat was super sore, and that's usually a sign when I get sick. When I get a flu, I just feel my throat, my nose is running, and so on. So my mind was just going negative, like, oh, you shouldn't train because of this. You should just take a day off and just sit at home and do nothing. But what is that going to do for me? Is that truly going to make me recover faster? No. Because something I used to do a lot of times when I would get in this situation, I'll just sit at home and scroll. Because you think that by you sitting on your phone and just chilling, you're just going to recover from that. But what you do when you sit on your phone, you just overload your nervous system. That's all you do. That's all you really do. And so, coming back to the point I wanted to make, discipline is lived and it's not taught. You can keep running your mouth about you want to get in shape. You want to be 10% body fat. You want to be super healthy, have high testosterone. But then your actions don't match that. You still drink occasionally. You still do bullshit. You still eat from microplastics. You don't take care over your health. Like, you still hang around people that you know you shouldn't be hanging around with. And that just draws you. That just draws you away from that goal that you have in your mind. So it's super, super, super important, your actions to actually match what you want. And so I'm currently in my car, just about to head to the gym, hitting a leg session. Of course, now I'm not this retarded person anymore that is just like pure mindset, like, oh, I gotta train as hard as usual. No, of course, I'm going to take the foot off the gas a bit. Because if I go now into the gym and I'm going to push myself the same way I would do when I'm not sick, I'll just worsen my symptoms. This thing, this little flu or little sickness, whatever it is, would last me way longer. It will last me 4 or 5 days if I'll push myself to the edge. And so I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it for my mindset. I'm just showing up, right? Moving a bit my body. So I get those endorphins, I start feeling better, and then I'm going to head home, still eat clean, because your nutrition is going to help you with your recovery. And probably to just enhance this recovery, I will take a nap, probably a power nap. It's something super, super beneficial. You can look it up on studies. It's just super beneficial for you to take these power naps sometimes when you actually feel like you need them. So I'll take with you guys, with me in the gym. I'll also show you with this occasion, I'll just show you my current lower day, because I changed up my entire split. I used to train 6 times a week, even 8 times. Like, I had a split where I was going 4 days, then 1 day rest, then again 4 days. And it was just crazy, super crazy volume, because I was listening to my bodybuilder coach. And he was always saying that the training is the same. Whether you're enhanced or you're natural, the training is the exact same way. But how can you say that when you're on performance-enhancing drugs? Like, you're going to recover way faster than I would do. So when you're natural, you should focus on recovery. The muscle is not built when you're in the gym. It's built while you recover from that. So I just changed up my entire split. I only train 4 days. Also, as I'm very tall, I just want to prioritize my legs. So I do a lower, upper, 4 times a week, 4 sessions. That's all it takes, right? Where I focus only on the pure intensity of the workout. They last usually around 1 hour, 1 hour and 50 minutes maximum, right? And then I go home. I still enjoy time with my family. I create content. I work on a business for my clients. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And so you don't have to make the gym your identity. And this was a big problem. I used to think that for me to get in a crazy shape, I need to live in the gym. I need to track all my macros. I need to hit every single session, 2 hours. If I used to think that if I don't train for 2 hours every single session, I'm not building muscle. Like how dumb I was. And so I was never recovering from the workouts that I was doing. It also aids into you doing bullshit because when you are not recovered, your mind is also not going to be recovered. And so it's going to be way easier for you to give into bullshit vices. I was constantly giving into porn. And since changing up my training approach, my nutrition, eating whole foods, ditching out all the artificial sweeteners, all the garbage processed food that the fitness industry pushes to eat, and now I feel just amazing, right? Where I pretty much don't track calories. I just make sure that I hit my proteins. I also am currently just for carbs, I'm eating raw honey, I'm eating fruits. This is pretty much what I do for carbs. And also, of course, the potatoes, the sweet potatoes. And then for proteins, we just got some steak, right? Grass-fed steak. We got the eggs, we got chicken sides, and so on. So this is why when it comes about the diet. Now, without much further talk, because I deviated from what I wanted to make this entire video about, which was me coming to the gym even though I'm sick. So, without much further talk, I will just head into the gym and show you my current lower day. So, hope you're going to enjoy this. And remember, you are not a slave to your emotions. Show up for yourself. You don't have to show up for anyone else but for yourself. That's all you have to do. That's how you win. This, for me, right now, it's a win just because I recorded a YouTube video and I actually took my ass from the warm house, even though outside it's just snowing and it's super, super cold. I'm still here and I'm still showing up for myself. I'm showing up not only for myself in the present moment, but for my future self as well, because you should take the actions based off that future self that you can see yourself living, but you also have to be present with what you have, because otherwise you're just going to be empty. But also, if you just think for yourself in the moment, you're going to be stuck at the exact same spot you've been for so far. Because life is just about constantly improving your relationships, constantly improving your finances, constantly improving your health, your physical looks, your relationship with God, and so on. That's all life truly is about, because at the end of the day, you watching this, you're going to die. I'm going to die. Everyone around us in 200 years are going to be dead. There's going to be a whole different generation on this earth. So what do you have to stress about? Like, let's just make fun, but have fun doing good stuff, not just drinking and partying and hooking up with women, but actually progressing in this life. That's all it is about. So let's get in the gym and smash this session. Right. If you're test maxing, you're going to use a towel every single day, a cotton towel. You're not going to use some polyester. Then we got our stainless steel. We don't want to drink out of plastic, because you see all these people in the gym, they look exactly the same because they are low in testosterone. So as I said in the car, I'm just going to show you the exact lower day that I currently use. Even though I'm currently sick, I'm just going to run through my entire workout. I'm going to show you exactly what you have to do to don't waste time in the gym and to get in the best shape possible. As you can see, the entire workout is planned out on my phone. The only single time you should be on your phone when you're at the gym is just to track the weights to see if you progressed or not. If you're coming to the gym and you have no plan, then don't wonder why you look the same exact way you used to look 6 months ago or a year ago or whatever. So every single time you come to the gym, you want to make sure that you do better than you did previous time. Now, I'm sick, I'm just going to leave it lighter, for I don't want to fry up my nervous system, but pretty much we have for every single exercise like 2 sets, where I usually do 1 warm-up set, and then we have 2 working sets. And here we start off just with some machine crunch to warm up those abs, and then we are just going to head into the legs. So let's go. Next up, we got the calf raises machine. Now, in here, again, 2 sets, 8 to 10 reps. That's all you need. You're going to focus on the length and position where you're just going to stretch the calf, because that's where you actually grow. It's not at the top of the movement, but when you're actually stretching the calf. So just follow along to see. See, I'm just going down on the negative and up. So this is not what's grow your calf, this part, no, it's when you actually lengthen the muscle. And so it is pretty much with all the muscles, even when with your backs or with anything. That's it. I'm not going super hard because otherwise I just overload my nervous system and I'm not going to be able to recover from the sickness. So we leave it off at around 60-70% of what I can normally do. So that's it. Next off, we got the leg extension. Now, usually in here I do 2 warm-up sets and then I do my top set. I aim for 10 reps. But for now, I just did 1 warm-up set prior to this, and now I'm doing my top set because I just want to do a bit even less volume, so that I just feel better and I'm just going to recover. So here you're just going to focus on, again, the stretch, and also to make the movement as controlled as possible, because you want to actually maintain the intensity into the quads. You don't want just to rush the weights. You actually want to feel the connection with the muscle that you're working, and this applies to any movement that you actually do. So next off, we got the leg curl. This we do the lying leg curl. I also use at another variation. I use that one. There is another machine where you're just seated and you do those hamstring movements. Now, in here again, I did a warm-up set. Usually I do 2 warm-up sets and then I do the top set. But now I just did 1 warm-up set and now I'm doing the top set. Of course, it's just lighter. In here I'm doing 8 reps. That's all I aim for. As you can see, it's already way less volume than I used to. For me, usually a leg workout used to be around 2 hours to 3 hours. It was absolutely crazy and I couldn't recover. And then I was wondering, why am I having small legs? So let's just stop talking and doing. Also, the intra-workout shake that you actually need is just water with Celtic sea salt. You don't need no EAAs, you don't need no artificial bullshit sweeteners that are just going to disrupt your gut. Just don't forget to hydrate yourself. So now, we are just about to do hex squats. On here, also, I do 2 warm-up sets and then 1 top set. And on here I do just 6 reps. So this is the main movement. And for now I just put a little bit of weight for again, I don't want to fry up my nervous system. I just want to do a light movement. So I push some blood into my quads, and that's pretty much it. So come along to see. Whoa. So I don't know how to properly pronounce this, but this is the abductor machine. In here again, actually on here I do just one warm-up set, and then I do 2 top sets where I aim for 10 reps. Usually for exercises like this, I like using a bit higher rep range. It's just 10 reps. And so for now, here is also just a lighter weight for, again, I'm keep repeating myself. I just want to recover, and I don't want to add unnecessary fatigue to my nervous system because I'm already a bit sick. So just make sure you stick with what I'm doing. On here also focus on the stretch, and then also to hold it a bit in here at the top of the movement. For here is the tension, and just go slow. You want to feel it burning into your abductors. So next up we got the hip thrust. I used to skip this until I fucked up my lower back, and it was because I had weak glutes. Because oftentimes if you have lower back pain, it's because you have poor internal rotation of the hips, you have weak glutes, weak abs, weak core, you don't brace properly, and these are all causing your lower back pain. But coming back to the main point in here, I just do one warm-up set, and then I do one top set where I just do only 7 reps. So on here, make sure your foot are rotated outwardly and that you actually push into your legs very strong, and then you squeeze your glutes. So this was pretty much the entire workout. This is probably around 20% of effort that I can do from my max. But again, this was more for my mindset, to know that I actually came to the gym and I did what I proposed myself that I'm going to do. And so probably a lot of you watching this is how you actually train. These are your workouts, and then you wonder why you see no progress. Have to actually put in intensity. Now, this workout probably lasts, when you actually do it properly, lasts around an hour and 10 minutes. That's how long it usually takes me. But again, this was just to actually show myself that I actually do tough things even though I don't feel like it. And you should always remember this. It does not matter how you necessarily feel. You are going to not act based off your emotions, act based off your purpose. And that is going to take you so far in any endeavor of this life. So peace, see you on to the next video.